It's baseball next. Bob Feller, a right-hander from the state of Iowa, gets the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about.
Striding forward is the leadoff man, Jacoby Ellsbury, and we are just about ready for baseball from New York.
Center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. And that misses 1-1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
That fastball right there will humble you. He threw it right by him. So now what do? You spread out, you use your hands, and try to be as quick as you can when you see that ball get released out of his hand.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Again, a 1-2. And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest. With that, here's a look at the Yankees' starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for them today?
Well, for me in this game, it comes down to runners in scoring position. If you're able to pick up the runners in scoring position, clearly you're going to score runs, right? But there's many ways to do it. Just hit that ground ball up the middle when they're playing back with the runner on third, and before you know it, you've added on, and now you've allowed your pitcher to pitch his game. That's all they need to do.
Starlin Castro is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
The windup and the 0-1. And he just misses with a curveball.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Way in front of that fastball.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
First delivery to him on the way. Gary Sanchez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Well, Fillmore's the type of umpire. He's going to give you a little in some areas and take away the others. And what I mean by that, he's going to call a little wider on the corners, but up and down, he's going to take that away from him. He's really put himself now in a position where he's got to battle. Took the first 2 strikes, didn't swing, and now you just grind out the AB. Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. Luis Severino is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. Harold, what do you got? Here's D. Gordon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Carter ranging forward. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. What are the keys to success for them today, Harold?
Matt, they're facing an excellent pitcher. Look, and what great pitchers do, they get stronger as the game goes on. So to me, you got to get him early. I want to see if they take pitches, maybe try to work the count a little bit, get that pitch count up, and maybe see if they can get him weaker as he goes deeper into the game. But it's going to be a challenge, no doubt.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. And he'll get in there safely.
Infield single, as innocent as it may sound, that might be a rally starter right there.
Right fielder.
Coming to the plate now, David Peralta. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second with the steal, but it didn't work out.
0-1 count, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
Carter is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. We played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Greg Bird.
He fouls it straight back, and whoa, that almost landed in our booth. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the home team. And down at first base, Adrian Gonzalez. You know, the one thing I like that he does probably better than any first baseman in baseball is crash on the hitter in a bunt situation. He is convicted. He gets all the way in and dares you to swing. Very aggressive.
Digging in, Aaron Judge. And we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
D.T. Gregorius.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side in back-to-back innings, 6 in a row, and the inning is over. At the plate, Kevin Pillar. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Kevin Pillar.
And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Adrian.
Here's Adrian now. First pitch coming. Here it is. But this is speared by the first baseman, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting sixth, third
Settling
baseman,
in now, Adrian Beltre. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A pitch out. The throw. Poor base running there. Got him caught in the hot box between first and second. Skied into straightaway right. Judge is under it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 hit. Some fans still trickling into the ballpark as we get you set for the top of inning number 3. Here's Chris Carter now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
And he's going to start this inning out the same way he started the previous 2. 7 consecutive strikeouts. My word. 1 away.
batting eighth, third baseman,
Chase Headley started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Outside for a ball. 1-1. Look into McCann. The 1-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Oh, my goodness. Talk about a developing story here. 8 straight strikeouts, and there are 2 away now.
The pitcher, number 40, Luis Severino.
Luis Severino is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. The 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss.
What a good pitch. He went way out of the zone to try to swing and catch up to that slider. Now you got him thinking. It's 0-2. You can throw him anything you want.
Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. First offering on its way.
Bogaerts.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And there's out number 1.
Batting 8. Catcher Brian
Here's the
McCann.
catcher, Brian McCann. Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
Batting 9. Catcher.
So digging in now, Bob
Feller.
Feller, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
2 out, nobody on. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
The batter, number 14, second baseman
Starlin Castro is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Line toward the gap in left center. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
0-2, a pitch down the middle. What a gift, and he didn't miss it. Nice job getting the hit.
Gary Sanchez.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. As he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Greg Bird comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A wave and a miss. A tick behind a good fastball.
Oh, man, I talk about frustrated. You're down 0-2 with this guy.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So it's no. Digging in for his second at bat, D. Gordon. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, you make in-game adjustments, right, Matt? I mean, they've had a hard time scoring. Right here, he jumps on the first pitch to get things going, so I see a little bit of a change. Maybe this is how they jumpstart their offense for the rest of the game.
In now, Ken Griffey Jr. A pitch out. The throw. And boy, even a pitch out can't slow him down. He's in there at second base. So he's swiped second despite the pitch out.
Yeah, it seemed like everyone in the building knew he was going to be running there, right? Didn't make a difference, though. He got a great jump and absolutely burned it down to second to get in safely.
Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Castro. And a rather easy first out.
The right fielder, number 6, David Peralta.
Riding in once again, David Peralta. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Digging in to try it again, Kevin Pillar. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed up a little high. 1-0 pitch on the way. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
The 2-0 on the way. There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Set to deliver on 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Another one sent foul. The 2-2 one more time. This is hit softly to third. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And Adrian turns on one here, but this is going to find the seats foul down the right side. The 0-1 pitch. Line towards center field. That's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Number 29, Adrian Beltre.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. The 0-1 on its way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ellsbury is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. The relay throw on to first, a double play. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99.
Hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Peralta has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1.
Up next for the Yankees, shortstop.
Here's Didi Gregorius. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that's taken for strike 1.
Well, he is working fast, and he wants that quick inning, just throwing a lot of strikes. Right now, 0-1. Again, I think he comes right after him and makes him swing the bat.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Ready with the 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Ready for another chance. Chris Carter comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a high strike there. 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count. 0-2.
Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is one.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Stepping into the box, Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Xander Bogaerts
breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Catcher number 16, Brian McCann.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
Here he comes again. 1-2. Lined hard toward right center. And McCann is going to wind up with extra bases.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
Standing in now, Bob Feller. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, he's pitching well. They send him back up to the plate, and what does he do? He rewards him with the base hit. So this is a great game for him so far.
Here's D. Gordon now. as he'll ground the first pitch foul off to the right side.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Ready with the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
Well, that was going to load the bases up. They held the runner up. They're really looking for a big inning right here, trying to get a big strike out of the next 2 hitters coming up.
Into the box now, Ken Griffey Jr. as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Here's another 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now. Ready once again, David Peralta. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Ellsbury. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Chase Headley will be the one to start us off when we return. Here's Chase Headley. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Pulled toward right center field. And this is going to be extra bases here leading off the 6th. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
So striding in, Jacoby Ellsbury, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
And he's right on the fastball there, hit pretty well out towards deep left. Pilar is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in to try it again, Starlin Castro. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1 in the air out toward right field. Peralta's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So no runs on. Ready for another chance, Kevin Pilar. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Short, hit hard. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The first baseman, number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
Digging in and looking for more, Adrian Gonzalez. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Hey, it's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
Stepping in now, Adrian Beltre.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Heading after it is Judge.
Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 7th inning coming up. The Knights are out in front here, 1-0. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. We're off to the 7th inning now, but first let's have a look at our game summary to see how we got here. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point. I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here's big Aaron Judge. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And he struck him out. 16 for the ball game, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose.
Xander
Bogaerts is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he misses. 2-1.
You know, he's throwing the ball so good today. He didn't get that pitch right there, but he's been getting most of the calls around the plate.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this is lined right back up the middle. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the 7th.
Great execution. You hit it where it's thrown, right? That ball's thrown right up the middle. He hit it right back up the middle. A lot of hits in the middle.
Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll leave after 6, and at the very least kept his club in it to this point.
Your attention, please. Now
so they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Brian McCann will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. He's set. Here it comes. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike one.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Nobody out. Runner on first. Down the first baseline. A step on the bag for one. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Stepping into the box, Bob Feller. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Jack Morris will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. To short. Gregorius is there. And that will conclude matters here in the seventh. One hit's all they get. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Knights lead this one 1-0. Jack Morris has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready for another shot now. Didi Gregorius. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he misses there. 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning, and he's safe.
Well, they've been able to shut down this offense all day so far. That's only the 3rd hit in the game. We're late in the game right now.
Here's Chris Carter now, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
He's in a tough spot right now, 0-2. This is one of those at-bats. You look back and you go, I got to get the man over. But now 0-2, you just got to try to make contact now.
Ronald Torreyes will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. Matt Holliday will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. He's working on bringing home the tying run standing at second base. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Working on hanging another 0. The pitch lays off. 2-2 now. 2-2. Here it is. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Hitting it. Ronald Torreyes is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now. Tyler Clippard is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Castro has it, and a good throw gets him. 1 gone. Riding in once again, Ken Griffey Jr. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Back up the middle, taken in by Gregorius. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The right fielder, number 6.
Ready once again, David Peralta. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. The windup and the 0-1. Ball 1.
Man, he wanted that pitch, and I can't blame him. When you're facing a good hitter like this, you want that strike. You need that strike. It's 0-2 instead of 1-1. That's a nice pitch. A fastball in that jams him, and now you go back outside. You know he's got to protect inside. You go back.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Nothing across here this half. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Well, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Starlin Castro is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And he takes this one high. 1-1. Look into McCann, the 1-1. This is line to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
Now batting, catcher.
So coming to the plate, Gary Sanchez. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready with the 1-1. Hit to short. Gloved by Bogarts. On the first, in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right.
But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and it's anybody's guess what will happen when 2 teams clash in Diamond Dynasty. So we get a 1-run contest here, offering just about everything you want in a game of baseball.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. Luis Severino takes the loss despite allowing only 1 unearned run. From the new home of the Atlanta Braves,
And
MLB
now,
Network welcomes you to
your
SunTrust Park.
2017
It'll be a Diamond Dynasty
Atlanta
spring training
Braves.
contest between the Knights and the Braves. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Jaime Garcia, a Mexican-born lefty, is the man on the mound in this one. What's your take on him, H?
Well, if you're looking for a slider off of him, you're probably going to get it. He uses a slider a lot. I would say that is a primary pitch that he uses. He'll use it in any count, any situation.
Here's D. Gordon now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off for Brooklyn, second baseman, G. Gordon.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Liner towards second. Phillips throws to first, and that's out number one. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. What's this lineup have to do tonight in order to get a W here on the road, HR?
Matt, they're facing an excellent pitcher. Look, and what great pitchers do, they get stronger as the game goes on. So to me, you got to get him early. I want to see if they take pitches, maybe try to work the count a little bit, get that pitch count up, and maybe see if they can get him weaker as he goes deeper into the game. But it's going to be a challenge, no doubt.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Pulled toward right center field. Inciarte's there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the right
in
fielder,
now,
number 6.
David Peralta. First chance
Peralta
for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Pitch swung on and hit on the ground for Freeman over there at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now the Braves will step up for their. Aaron Nola will be the one doing the pitching for the home side. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I mean, they're all good. He throws them for strikes. He dominates. He mixes speeds up. I asked him one day, what's your best pitch? And he told me all 5.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder.
Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. The windup and the 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Got him. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Well, Matt, this is a pitcher's duel all the way. And the key here is going to be how do you score runs if you get any. You get a runner on, you're going to have to be aggressive. You hit a ball in the gap, and he's on first base. Send him home. Take those chances because they're not going to be very often.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. Down the first baseline. Gonzalez has got it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this is foul for the first strike. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the third out.
He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Into the box now, Kevin Pillar. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Pillar.
Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. Now a drive out to left center field. He's through first and hustling for second. And he will pull in here with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Adrian Gonzalez stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
Matt, I thought they were working around him right here, and he went out and swung at a ball that wasn't even in the zone. So now he's letting his pride get in the way. If they're going to walk you, let them walk you.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This pitch is popped up, barehanded at his knees. Got him. That was exceptional. He got the out and prevented the runner from having a chance to score.
All right, here's how the Braves line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And at first base, Freddie Freeman. Freddie can pick it, man. Throw the ball in the dirt. Freddie's coming up with it. And don't be surprised he does the splits on you every now and then.
That's in there. Base hit.
Whoa, he hit that one a little bit too hard. Line drive single, but the runner at second had to hold up. So he's not going to score, but nice piece of hitting anyway.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Kemp ranging back. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. On to first, and they get the double play. So here's Matt Kemp now. He'll begin things here against Aaron Nola.
Right fielder, Matt Kemp.
First pitch on its way. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now a swing by Kemp and a bouncing ball to short. A quick out number one.
Time for a look at the Majestic defensive alignment for the visitors. And I'm looking at the catcher. McCann. Yeah, Brian McCann. I love how he catches and throws, and he calls a nice game, too.
At the plate, Nick Markakis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Pillar's there. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting six.
So striding in, Adonis Garcia will try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. Foul back.
Oh, right there. Sometimes you can just miss a ball. Doesn't mean you have to swing and miss, but that ball's right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't square it up the way he'd like to. He missed it.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Bogaerts is there for it, and that's the third out. So they're held in check here.
Leading off for Brooklyn, catcher.
Infield shifted
Brian
well to the
McCann.
right. Here's the first pitch. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting ninth, catcher.
Coming to the plate now, Aaron Nola, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, this ball's hit off the wall. He hit it awfully hard. Now, I thought it was a good move to stop because a lot of times you go, oh, he's dogging it. Looked like he was going pretty good, but I think they're going to throw him out. Good read to get back to first.
Into the box, D. Gordon.
Lined but speared on a hop.
The second for one. Back to Freeman, not in time, and they'll just get the one. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set and the pitch. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
What a nasty pitch right there. What a difficult pitch to pick up for a left-handed hitter. A slider that runs away from you. You just don't see many left-handers that have that kind of a pitch.
And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Junior awaits the 1-1. Swing and a line drive. And that's in there. Base hit.
The right fielder, number 6.
Stepping into the box, David Peralta. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Inciarte on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. At the plate, Kurt Suzuki. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's the first hit in this one for the Braves.
Well, pitching is all about offsetting the hitter. They try to go fastball up, off-speed pitch down, except the batter did a nice job of recognizing the off-speed pitch and getting it for a base hit.
Dansby Swanson is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. The pitcher, Jaime Garcia, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. And he's safe.
He's good. Now batting, center fielder.
Digging in to try it again. Ender Inciarte. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. From the belt. Kicks and deals. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
This is on the ground over to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Suzuki rounds third and is digging for the plate. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, nice job right there. He comes through with the RBI base hit, and now his side has the lead.
Brandon Phillips will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
With 1 out and runners on the corner side.
And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Riding in once again, Freddie Freeman. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. He's right there. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first. And that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
The batter, right fielder.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Matt Kemp is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
Second and third, 2 away. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, trying to pick things up where he left off. Kevin Pillar. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Markakis has a read on it. He's got it one away.
Now batting number 23.
Here's Adrian now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. And this will be out of reach for Phillips at second. It's a base hit.
Matt, did you see where they were playing him? They're playing him in the shift, and he just did not care. If he hits the ball hard, I guess that's his philosophy. It was going to get through anyway, and we saw it right there. Base hit into the shift.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. But this is pulled in by the shortstop, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander
Stepping
Bogaerts.
in, Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Swanson scoops it up. A toss to Phillips for the force out, and that'll end the inning. Stepping in, Nick Markakis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Hit hard down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a two-bagger.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Griffey racing back. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Kurt Suzuki. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Fastball called for strike 2.
This is where getting ahead in the count really pays off for you. Now you can get him to chase a pitch, maybe get a ground ball, double play, or strikeout. Either way, it's going to help your cause.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 7.
Stepping up to the plate, Dansby Swanson. First time up, he went down looking. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Look into McCann, the 1-1. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And the run is in to score from third. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Pitcher number 54.
Ready for another chance? Jaime Garcia. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Darren O'Day answers the call from the pen here in the fourth, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. First pitch coming. Here it is. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
What a 2-out rally. You got a 2-out RBI right there. Now the pitcher comes to play with a runner in scoring position. Talk about an opportunity to help yourself out right here. He's got one right now.
The 0-2 delivery. This is pulled into right, and that's in there. Base hit. Swanson rounds the corner and is headed home. And he will beat the throw to McCann, safe at home plate.
2 outs and the pitcher at the plate, more often than not, you're going to get out of the inning. But he was determined, stayed with it, and got the base hit. Not getting him today with 2 outs.
Ender Inciarte is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This is line to left. Matinee baseball. Matinee baseball from MLB Network. We're live at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Today it'll be Diamond Dynasty baseball between the Knights and the Yankees. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Luis Severino gets the ball for the Yankees in this one. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about.
Here's D. Gordon now. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Knights, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Here's a blooper out toward left center. Gregorius ranging into the outfield. He's got it one away. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What do they need to do to get a win on the road here today, Harold?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound. So to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on. I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. One out, nobody on. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Line towards center field. Ellsbury is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
David Peralta is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg really does call a solid game back there. He does reward a pitcher for good location at times, but his reviews tend to be very good most of the time.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Yankees, center fielder.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Fouled back. Ready on 1-2. fastball got him looking, as that had two-seam action on it. One gone. Here's Starlin Castro. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Goodness, 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Matt, we better fasten our seatbelts here. If they're going to get a win on the road, this is the guy to help get it done. 2 Ks in the bottom of the first. Uh-oh, he's on his game.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Well, if you're wondering if he's going to be loose for this game, there's our answer. 98 in the first inning. He's going to be coming right after.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. 3 up, 3 down. So striding in, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Left fielder, Kevin Pillar.
Here's a changeup to start the second, but that misses. It's a ball and no strikes. Pitch on the way. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Tap down the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Bounced slowly back toward the mound. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
All right, here's how the Yanks line up defensively. Brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking down there at Jacoby Ellsbury. When he first broke into the big leagues, he could go get everything. Now, the arm has deteriorated a little bit over the years, but he can still go catch a ball every now and then.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Carter is there to make the play, and Adrian's retired on just 1 pitch. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Bouncer down the line, but it's foul, strike 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that gets down out there for Beltre. Could be extra bases. And the throw in gets away from him. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
Popped high in the air. Bird is there, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he lays off for ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. He pulls this one into right. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second.
That ball's right in his wheelhouse. Man, the pitcher got lucky. He hit a screaming line drive. Had he lifted it, he'd be jogging right now for 4.
Aaron Judge is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Batting six.
Didi Gregorius comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Looking at strike two, a fastball that catches the inside corner. The 0-2 delivery. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. Chris Carter stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. Bottom of the second here with no score. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. In there, 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Slider whiffed on for strike three. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on MLB Network as we're set for the top half of the third from the Bronx. First offering on its way. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Bird gloves it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Batting ninth.
Stepping up to the plate, Bob Feller. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
Squared that one up just a little late.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Digging in to try it again. D. Gordon, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
D. Gordon.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Chase Headley will be the one to start us off when we return. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Into the box, Chase Headley. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. Oh, and Headley can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2 now.
Everybody knows he's got that fastball that gets up at 100 miles an hour. Just have to be ready to swing.
And they just can't touch him right now as this is swung on and missed. 7 punch outs now, and there's 1 away. Luis Severino swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
And this is strike 3 called. Make it 5 straight punch outs. 2 away now.
Center fielder
Jacoby Ellsbury is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Strike called. 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Starlin Castro would be next. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Well, he got what he's looking for. He just got out in front of it right there.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Throw down to second. Feller pauses. Here's the 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Again, a 1-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Ken Griffey will get his cuts leading off the next half inning. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in for his second at bat, Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Griffey Jr.
And Jr. swings and sends a ground ball to second. Castro's got it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The right fielder, number 6.
Settling in now, David Peralta. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Judge going back on it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The left fielder, number
Digging
11.
in now, Kevin Pillar comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Around first, digging for 2.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those 1, 2, 3 easy innings. But now all of a sudden, they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double. Big moment here.
Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. Ready with the 0-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me with the side. Striding in once again, Gary Sanchez. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Hit hard on the ground to second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
First baseman, number 33.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Greg Bird. He reached on a single in his first try. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And now pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Right fielder,
Aaron Judge will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
That pitch right there just locked him up. A curveball that doesn't break, a little front door curveball. You're looking for it to go back out over the plate, and it doesn't. It just locks you up as a hitter.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Shortstop,
Didi Gregorius is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Adrian Beltre gets his chance when we come back.
Leading off for the night.
There is Adrian Beltre now. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Hit in the air to shallow center. Ellsbury is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
Well, Matt, that's 2 quick outs, but if you look at the pitch count, it's way down low. He's being aggressive, and so are they. He's got a chance to get through this one.
Look out. 2-0 now. Now here's the pitch. 3-0 now.
Sitting 3-0 right here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him turn him loose and give him the green light.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll be off the right field wall.
Matt, did you see where they were playing him? They're playing him in the shift, and he just did not care. If he hit the ball hard, I guess that's his philosophy. It was going to get through anyway, and we saw it right there. Base hit into the shift.
Stepping in now, Bob Feller. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Boy, man, I tell you, that looked like a good pitch right there. That looked like that pitch was in the zone. He just missed it.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
And this is going to be a foul ball.
Man, I like the last two pitches. A changeup and then a fastball, and he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
Big tilt on the slider, gets a swing and a miss. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
On the ground to the left side. There to take it is Headley. He'll send it on to Castro at second, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Here's Chris Carter now. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
There to get it is Junior, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
Here's Chase Headley. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
I really love the way he's attacking hitters on that first pitch. It's over 80% first pitch strikes in this game, and that's why he's having such great success.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's popped up out towards short right field. Gordon takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
The pitcher, number 40, Luis Severino.
Ready for another chance? Luis Severino, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Feller gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one. Here's D. Gordon now. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Second baseman, D. Gordon.
Lined hard toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. Hits a base hit.
Well, that's a first pitch single. Maybe they got to get a little more aggressive. He's dominated them early in counts and throughout the whole game. Maybe they've changed their game plan. We'll see. Are they going to be aggressive or continue to be passive?
First pitch of the at-bat. Runners on the move for second. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. Into the second deck and gone. A two-run shot for Griffey Jr. as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
I'm pretty sure he was too focused on the man at first, worried about the steal, and just made a mistake with that pitch. It's all well and good to control the running game, but you have to make sure it doesn't distract from your main job, getting the guy at the plate with the bat in his hands.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the box, David Peralta. Line drive to center field. Ellsbury is there, and he has it for the first out.
The left fielder, number 11, Kevin Pillar.
Ready for another chance? Kevin Pillar. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. Judge on the move, and foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
And
1 ball, 1 strike.
the changeup is way low that time. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Inside corner, called as strike 1 and 2.
Nope.
Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2 and 2. Here's the pitch on 2 and 2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Hey, it's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
Here's Adrian now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. '50th pitch of the game on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Well, clearly he's not sitting changeup with that swing. I like the early changeup. Now it sets up your fastball and all your other off-speed stuff, because now the changeup, anything's faster than that. He's got him off balance now.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there.
Oh, he's looking pretty good right now. Look, that was a nice swing following the changeup. He just couldn't put it in play.
And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2 and 2. 2 out, nobody on. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. The Knights lead this one 2. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they face? Other than it's been fantastic. We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Oh, that's the one you're talking to yourself. Sit down, ball, sit down, ball. Just a little blip for the center, and it fell in.
Here's Starlin Castro. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Comes set, and the 0-1. Looks at a curveball on the outside corner. Runner at first is Ellsbury with nobody out. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The 0-1 delivery. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Greg Bird is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's the 1-2, and he's going to add to the total. 14 punch outs now as that ends the inning. Tyler Clifford is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And a big swing from Beltre, but this is a routine ground ball for short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The shortstop, number 2.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Xander Bogaerts. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. The windup and the 0-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Up with it, Sanchez, and he makes the throw to first. Bogaerts is retired, 2 down now.
Brian McCann.
Digging in and looking for more, Brian McCann, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Way in front of that fastball. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Into the windup. Ready with the payoff pitch. Got him swinging on the splitter that time. And with that, the side is retired. Striding in once again. Aaron Judge. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
They can't afford to continue to fall back any further. They got to get something going on the offensive side. Somebody's got to step up, give a big hit, maybe even a home run, drop a bunt, do something. But this offense has to get going.
He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game. Here's Didi Gregorius. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Low for ball 1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Well, Matt, they've all seen him at this point, and clearly they're not picking him up much better. You see the swing on that pitch right there? Nasty. I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game. Digging in once again, Chris Carter. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Now here's a ball popped up. This behind the plate for McCann. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Tommy Lane will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Brett Gardner will also come on now, as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
He is having a terrific game, pitching well enough to get back to the plate again, and this time he delivers with a base hit.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
D. Gordon stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a swing and a fly ball. And they can't run it down.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. There to take it is Gregorius for the first out.
Center fielder number 20.
Ken Griffey Jr. will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to first as they get ready for another shot now. Chase Headley. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Baseman Chase Headley.
Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Well, he's thrown over 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters in the game right now. That's why he's pitching late in the game. He's getting ahead of guys, and then you can manipulate as you move forward.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
The left fielder number 11, Brett Gardner.
Brett Gardner is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Brett Gardner becomes out number 2 this inning. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Hard hit at third. Fielded by Beltran. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. Stepping into the box, David Peralta. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. This is pulled into right. And there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the ninth.
Number 11,
Stepping in, Kevin Pillar. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set, and the pitch. Grounded, foul. Grounder down the line at third. And this will get by him at third. Down the line. It's a fair ball. Ronald Torreyes is going to come in now and take over following the injury. Here's Adrian now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ellsbury is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out, and digging in the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. A ball hit hard to the left side, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. Coming to the plate now, Xander Bogaerts. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit.
And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with two gone.
Number 16, Brian McCann.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He'll lay off a slider too low, ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-0 now to McCann. And here's a ball hit in the air. Here comes Gardner, but this will land untouched. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Gardner is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he... Here's Starlin Castro, and Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A two-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Just got a piece up the line. That winds up foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Ready once again, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And that misses, ball one. Hit down the third baseline. Beltre's there to Gordon for one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. And he swings and misses. A good pitch there, and the Yankees are down to their final strike now.
Thought this middle of
swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. Well, we've talked about his dominance all throughout the game, and he ended up finishing what he started. A complete game shutout. He's our top player of the game.
Hey, when you basically take a game into your own hands and give your opposition absolutely no chance, you deserve all the credit in the world. His guys had to score for him, but he essentially was a one-man show out there.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious